Hi, friends. We are on page 584 in your packet, and we are actually doing problem number 11 right now. I'm going to change this up so you can see it. We're doing problem number 11. And this question it seems kind of difficult, but I want to show you how you can persevere through this problem. So we have a rule, x divided by 9, and I've represented that here with this vinculum, x divided by 9. And we're going to describe values for n for which the output, which is y, will be greater than the input, which is x. Okay, so in other words, we want to find a situation where y is going to be greater than x when I divide x by 9. Okay, so we're going to just try some things. And when we plug in values and we look for patterns, that's a problem-solving method. So I'm going to start with making this n, and I want to see what happens when n equals 1. Okay, 1 is a great number to try. When x equals 0, what is 0 divided by 1? It's going to be 0. Okay, when x is 1, 1 divided by 1 is 1. When x equals 2, 2 divided by 1 is 2. When x equals 3, 3 divided by 1 is 3. Notice, when I use this function of x divided by n, and I use an n that's equal to 1, then my x and my y values are going to be equal. So in this instance, y is equal to x. That's not what we wanted. We wanted y to be greater. So let's try a different table here. So in this instance, let's have n be equal to 2. Let's see what happens if I go big. Go bigger, go home, right? Let's use the same inputs to keep everything the same. 0 divided by 2 is still 0, okay? And then 1 divided by 2, that's a half. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 3 divided by 2, what's that? 3 halves, that's 1.5, right? So in this instance, the y is ending up to be less than, y is less than x. So we are going in the wrong direction. So our n needs to be what? Do you see it? It needs to be less than 1. So, but it can't be 0 because I can't divide by a 0. That gives me a quotient that is considered, the word just left me, undefined. So I can't do it. So it has to be between 0 and 1. So let's just try it out. Let's try a half. So when I have n here is equal to a half, 1/2. And we still have these same values, 0, 1, 2, 3, and we're dividing by a half. What's 0 divided by a half? You're multiplying by the reciprocal. We still have 0. 1 divided by a half is multiplied by 2, so we get 2. Multiply by the reciprocal, 2 times 2 is 4. And multiply that by the reciprocal here, 2 times 3 is 6. In this instance, y is greater than x. So our answer is that the n has to be between, I don't know if it's going to let me write very well today, between 0 and 1. Okay, 0 and 1, in order for y to be greater than x. Okay, and the reason is because when we are dividing by a fraction, we're really multiplying by the reciprocal. Okay, so it's going to get bigger. All right, hopefully that's helpful to you for problem number 11.